today is pizza talk. Talk over pizza. So I ordered this pizza and oh, look! There's a thank you sign. Oh, very nice. And of course, partner of a great pizza is Coke. There we go. Many of my friends and relatives ask me how I came to Japan. Actually, living abroad is very challenging, but many Filipinos choose to do so. In fact, majority of foreign workers are Filipinos. I hope this video is helpful for all the Filipinos who want to come and work in Japan. Let's eat! Itadakimasu! Mmm. 美味しい. So, to come to Japan and work here, there are three types of visas. First visa is, or the easiest, is the spouse visa. You need to get a Japanese citizen, get married to that person, and once you have the spouse visa, almost no limitations. You can work any kind of job. There is also no time limit restrictions. You can do OT, you can work weekends, no problem. And the best part is it will be easier for you to find a company because the company will not support your visa anymore. More companies will be available. That means there's a wider range of options of the companies that you can apply to. And it's easier to get the job. The downside is, of course, it's difficult to find somebody you love and loves you back, right? It's difficult. Next is the working visa. You need to find a company that will support working visa. The good thing about that is when you come to Japan and you already have a working visa, it's more or less you are stable. Because the company that will sponsor your visa will help you with housing and everything, getting settled down in Japan. If you don't have that, it's actually kind of difficult because most of the centers here only speak Japanese. So without that, it's difficult to settle down, to find a housing, to get mobile phone. It's a bit difficult. So with the company's help, it's much more easier. And because you're a regular employee, you know when you come to Japan, you will have income. That's the good part. The con is that when you are in your country, when you're still in your country, it's difficult to find a company that will sponsor your working visa actually. So if you just show only documents, very few companies, it's not impossible, but very few companies will take a risk in giving you the working visa. So that's the second type of visa. Last one is the student visa. Student visa is you come to Japan you're a student. You go to school. So the good point is with the student visa, you learn Japanese because you're a student. And the lessons are actually only half day, 4 hours a day. Hmm. So 4 hours a day in the morning or in the afternoon. Other half of the day, you can go to work. With the student visa, you have the privilege to work up to 28 hours a week. So, many of my classmates actually said 28 hours is not enough, but we have to keep this in mind that you came to Japan as a student. So it's like a stepping stone. So, of course, your purpose is to be a student and not really work. So, more hours will be for studying, of course. Another good point is because you're in school, you get to meet a lot of friends, and with more friends, sharing information can help you out also in looking for an opportunity after school. And I think there's in most schools, I'm not sure if all, but most schools they also offer a program to help students find a job, which is not so difficult, so that you can also continue your studies and concentrate on your learning. The downside, you have to go to school. The schools in Japan are not cheap. Also, let's say you have the money, you can pay for the school. Once you have the money, it's not also a guarantee that you can come to Japan with a student visa. You have to apply to Japanese government that you really want to study. So not everybody can get the student visa. That's another downside. So I guess the price and like certain qualifications. So that's it. That's the easiest way, the three types of visa so that you can come to Japan. Now let me share to you what I did, how I came here, and which of the visas that I used. In Cebu, I actually found a company that will sponsor a working visa in Japan. So I was real lucky. They already processed all the documents, and I have the visa to come to Japan. Unfortunately, um, some unforeseen circumstance happened, I think in Japan end. So even though if I have the visa to come to Japan, it was canceled. So what I did, I chose the third option that I shared with you, the student visa. I looked for an agency here in Cebu, and they processed my documents so that I can come to Japan. And when I arrived, before coming to Japan, I already studied hiragana and katakana. Oh, that's one thing to note. Make sure before you come to Japan, so as not to waste time. If you're already planning to come, you already have visa, make sure before you come here, you know hiragana and katakana. Memorize them by heart. Not only that, you also need to learn some phrases, common phrases like "Ohayo gozaimasu," "Itadakimasu," something like that. Mm. Also, my plan was really to work in Japan. So the student visa is just a stepping stone. Before I came here, I already applied online, sent many emails to a lot of companies. Oh, I want to share, before I applied online to a certain company and I got accepted. However, this is connected to the working visa I mentioned. However, they can't support working visa. As I mentioned, because they want to know my skills first. So they don't want to provide working visa to somebody that will just cancel after a few months because they have to pay a lot of money with that, right? That's why it's very advantageous if you come to Japan. If you really want to work in Japan, so come to Japan first with a student visa. It's a lot easier. Of course, if you want, you can get the working visa, but it's difficult. So moving on with my story. So I came here with the student visa. I already arrived, sent a lot of emails online before I came here. So when I arrived in Japan, I already have scheduled interviews so as not to waste time. But it's actually pretty difficult to find a job. Um, so when I arrived here, 1 month has passed, and still I don't have a job. And kind of depressing, right? Kind of depressing. I have some friends. Even if they stayed in Japan a long time, even up to a year, they couldn't get a job with a student visa. So that's also a fact. Don't think that when you come to Japan, I have the student visa, I can get work. 100% no. It still requires your hard work, looking for the company, and of course, skills. Fortunately, after 1 month, I got a break. One company asked me to substitute a class. Apparently, the teacher is sick, so it's my break. I have to impress them. So with that one substitute class, I really did my best. And then that's only 1 day. A week later, nothing. Then 2 weeks, that same company asked me, we want you to handle this class. So mind you, this class is only 1 day a week. But I was really happy because without income, it's difficult to survive in Japan. It's a really expensive country. And after that, I think the wheels just keeps rolling and rolling. In my second month, another company interviewed me and I got hired. And then 2 weeks later, I guess, a week later, another company. So there was a time I was a student. I was a student in the morning, and in the afternoon, I was juggling 3 different jobs. So my only rest day was Sunday. But still, this is limited to 28 hours per week. Make sure you will not go over that, because once the government will know that you went over the 28 hours week, they can cancel your visa and you will be sent home. So just follow the rules. So I'm going to finish the rest of the pizza. I hope you learned something from this video, and if not, please comment down below. If you have any questions, if you want to talk to me, just comment down below. I'm happy to talk to you guys. And so, please take care, everybody. Keep safe. Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu means thank you for the meal.